Okay, so this is going to be what we do for the second example. Now, over here, on this one, this is the one that you're going to be doing independently. This is yours, so I'm not going to model with this one. I'm going to model on this one, which is different. Now, when thinking about our rate of change, we need to use a particular formula to kind of help us figure that out. We might use a formula, or some of us might be able to just tell right away. I know that some of us can look at it and just know. Okay, so the first thing I do is I figure out what my 2 points are. This is my point 1. This is my point 2, which would make this y2, y1, x2, x1. So to determine my constant rate of change, I would put my y2 minus my y1 over my x2 minus x1. That's going to be 88, right? Because that's my y2. So it's 88 minus 76 over 4 minus 3. That's going to give me 1. And when I put 88 minus 76 in the calculator, 88 minus 76, that gives me 12. Okay? That right there is telling me that my rate of change, my m, my slope, is going to be 12. Now remember, I want to write this in complete sentences also. So I'm going to go to my text box and then I'm going to start typing. The monthly subscription for whatever the program is, for I think yours is going to be the YouTube TV, but for mine it's Netflix. My monthly subscription for Netflix is $12. Next, I need to figure out what my initial value is. I also can look here. Now that I know my rate of change is going to be 12, okay, I can also just fill out the chart. So I could just keep filling out my chart, and so that 88 plus 12 is going to give me 100. And then this way, since I'm working in reverse, since I had added to get 76, I'm going to have to subtract 12. So that's going to be 64. Okay, so I'm finishing the table. Minus 64. Sorry, 64 minus 12. That gives me 52. Okay, then I'm going to subtract by 12 again, and that's going to give me 40. So that would give me 0, 40. I can either do it that way to figure out my initial value, or I can plug it in using my equation. That's too light. Using my equation of y is equal to mx plus b. Okay, where I then need to choose a point. So let's go with the first one. So on this one, my y is 76, so I plug in 76 is equal to my m, which is my rate of change, which is 12, times, inside the parentheses, I'm going to put my x, which is 3, plus b. Now when I do that, that gives me 36 plus b, which is equal to 76. Subtract from both sides. When I subtract 36 from both sides, that ends up giving me 40. So you notice there's two different ways I could have done that. That then gives me 40. And so my equation, I'm just going to write it up here because I'm running out of space, would be y is equal to my slope, which is 12x plus 40. Actually, I should have written it here because it's going to ask to create the equation. And then you have two choices. You can either describe the relationship or explain what you did using math vocabulary, or you can substitute. This one says 18 months and this one says 2 years. Well, I need to think how many years is how many months makes 2 years? 12 months in a year, so that's going to be 24. Okay? So for this part, what I then do is I take my equation here and I plug in. So y is equal to 12, which is my slope, times whatever my amount is, 18 plus my initial value, which is 40. Okay? Whatever I get for my answer, that's going to be the answer here. And then you're going to do the same thing over here, but you're going to plug in the number 24. Okay? Now, I'm going to delete all this for a second. And now notice, this was my example. You're now going to do that same work, though, over here. So first, figure out the slope, the rate of change. Then figure out the y-intercept. And then plug it into the equation that you're going to write, where you plug the x, where you substitute the x for 18, and then you substitute the x for 24. Okay? Good luck.